The atmosphere of Raya hung heavy with toxic clouds, their violet and emerald swirls casting mesmerizing patterns across the sky. Commander Thraskor stood on the observation deck of the Vraxian command hub, his robust, armored carapace gleaming under artificial lights. Below, the training fields buzzed with activity as young Vraxian warriors sparred, their natural armor plates clattering with each precise movement. Freya was no haven for the feeble. Its gravity, nearly double that of most inhabited worlds in the galactic Concord, air laced with deadly compounds and ferocious wildlife, capable of shredding standard armor, had molded the Vraxians into peerless warriors. Their bodies boasted thick exoskeletons, redundant organs, and immunity to toxins that could annihilate entire civilizations elsewhere. "Commander," a voice called from behind. "High Command summons you." Thraskor turned, his amber eyes narrowing at Sub-Commander Krever, his second in command. Though decades younger, Krever bore the battle scars every Vraxian wore with pride. "What now?" Thraskor's deep voice rumbled. "Another frail species needing our shield." Krever shrugged. "They didn't specify, sir, only that it's urgent." Thraskor sighed, a grating sound like tumbling rocks. For centuries, Vraxians had served the Concord as protectors, revered yet feared. But Thraskor grew tired of fighting for species too weak to stand alone. Strength was their birthright, yet he sometimes wondered if the Concord exploited it. As he strode through the command hub's corridors, junior officers saluted with the traditional chest plate tap. Thraskor's scarred carapace told of countless battles, earning him his rank. The high command chamber, a circular room with 7 seats in a semicircle, held 5 senior commanders. At the center stood Admiral Zordex, the military's head. "Commander Thraskor," Zordex nodded. "The Concord Council has a request. A newly discovered species is under consideration for membership." Thraskor's mandibles twitched. "And I'm to nursemaid their diplomats?" Zordex remained calm. "Your expertise in first contact missions is unmatched." A holographic display flickered, revealing a blue-green planet with vast oceans and scattered continents. "They call themselves humans," Zordex said, "from a world named Earth. Moderate gravity, nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere, large water bodies, temperate climate, and a mostly benign ecosystem. A paradise." Thraskor snorted. "Another soft species crumbling at the first real threat." Zordex's tone stayed neutral. "Perhaps, but the Council deems them worthy of evaluation. You'll depart tomorrow on the Concord emissary with an Arcturon delegation." Thraskor suppressed a groan. The crystalline Arcturans, fragile and diplomacy-obsessed, were Vraxians' opposites, requiring specialized environments to survive standard conditions. "Your mission," Zordex continued, "is to assess their readiness and provide security." Thraskor nodded, resigned. "Yes, Admiral." Later, briefing Krever, Thraskor's frustration surfaced. "Another species that'll fold at the first hint of danger," he muttered. Krever, loyal for nearly 2 decades, ventured, "Sir, isn't it our duty as the Concord's strongest?" Thraskor eyed him, noting his earnestness. "Yes, Krever. We're the guardians of the weak, the shield against the void." The words rang hollow. "But sometimes I wonder if we're the only true Deathworlders in this galaxy." Krever blinked, startled by the commander's introspection. Thraskor waved him off. "Prepare the team. We leave for Earth tomorrow." The Concord emissary, a marvel of multi-species engineering, felt stifling to the Vraxians. Its wide corridors, light gravity, and clean air, lacking Vraya's stimulating toxins, chafed. En route to the briefing room, Thraskor passed Arcturon diplomats, their crystalline bodies scattering light in dazzling patterns. Ambassador Xylith greeted him, voice chiming like glass. Commander Thraskor, I anticipate our briefing. He grunted in response. The Arcturans' fragility irked him, yet their diplomatic prowess held undeniable sway. In the briefing room, Krever displayed Earth's data: sprawling cities, vast oceans, and varied terrain. Nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere, zero point 0.8 Vraxian gravity, moderate radiation, Krever reported. Humans are bipedal, endoskeletal, with no natural armor and limited strength compared to us. Yet they adapt across climates, have colonized their moon, and wield fission and fusion tech, including weapons. Thraskor's mandibles clicked. Nuclear arms? Not entirely toothless. Xylith interjected. Context matters, Commander. Many species develop such tech. It's how they use it that counts. Thraskor waved dismissively. Weapons mean little if their wielders can't endure harsh worlds. True strength is forged in survival. The emissary landed at a human military base in Nevada. Through viewports, Thraskor saw disciplined human soldiers and armed vehicles. They grasped protocol, he noted. General Elena Reyes, a high-ranking human officer, greeted them. Welcome to Earth. I'm General Reyes of the United Earth Defense Force, Xylith responded warmly, while Thraskor introduced himself curtly, towering over her. Reyes met his gaze unflinchingly. Commander, your reputation for first contact missions precedes you. Thraskor paused, intrigued by her preparedness. Inside the welcome facility, Thraskor's sensors flagged elevated radiation. General, why aren't your people shielded? Reyes seemed surprised. Natural background radiation from the soil. It's safe for us. Thraskor's eyes blinked in sequence, a Vraxian sign of confusion. These levels would concern us after prolonged exposure. Reyes nodded casually. Human cells repair radiation damage efficiently. It's no issue. Thraskor exchanged a glance with Krever, who mirrored his shock. How could these fragile-looking beings tolerate such conditions? As the day unfolded, Thrasgor's assumptions unraveled. He watched humans train without protective gear, absorbing blows that would cripple many Concord species. They consumed foods with compounds his sensors flagged as caustic. A human astronaut recounted surviving a vacuum exposure for nearly 2 minutes. Your training includes vacuum survival? Thraskor asked, stunned. The astronaut nodded. It's standard now. Krever's analysis later confirmed Earth's harshness. Radiation, toxins, and gravity swings marked it as a borderline death world by Vraxian standards. Yet humans thrived. During a lab crisis involving a radiation leak, Thraskor's team assisted human responders. The humans operated in lethal radiation levels with minimal suits, rescuing trapped researchers who remained conscious despite exposure. Reyes, post-crisis, seemed barely affected. Human physiology tolerates radiation well, she explained. Thraskor admitted, I misjudged your species, General. Earth is no paradise. It's a death world. Negotiations shifted as Thraskor advocated for humans as potential guardians, not dependents. A rescue mission in Earth's asteroid belt cemented this view. Human ships, paired with Vraxian strength, saved a stranded Concord crew. Humans performed a daring space jump in minimal suits, navigating vacuum with precision. Back on Earth, Thraskor told Reyes, humans are Deathworlders, possibly our equals. I'll recommend you as Guardian-class allies. Reyes smiled. A partnership, then. As the emissary departed, Thraskor logged, humans are not what I expected. They're Deathworlders, forged like us. The galaxy will learn their strength, and the Concord will be stronger for it.